Alright, what's up, y'all? So, I don't usually do this, but I'm actually making a response to one of my best friends, my brother, Anthony Lewis, aka All Purpose Champs, rant about the Avengers. I'm not gonna give y'all no spoilers. Yes, I'm a hardcore Marvel fan. I've read the Infinity Gauntlet, the Infinity War, as well as the Infinity Crusade stories. I'm also one of those people that look at these movies from a standpoint that they're made for people who have never read the comic, and they're also made for people who have read the comics. I personally feel that this was one of the best Avengers movies ever made. I'm not saying it was the best movie. My personal favorite is actually Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, followed by Black Panther. My only gripe with Anthony Lewis's rant, and he said in there multiple times, his complaint wasn't that it was about the Hulk, it wasn't about the Hulk, but all he complained about was, yeah, they didn't have the Hulk in it enough. Nah, they could have put more scenes in it. Yeah. If you watched any of the Avengers movies, and all you took from it was, as long as you put the Hulk in it, it's a good movie, then you completely missed the point of these movies. Fact, Thanos beat the holy dog shit. Now, I'm not going to delete my profanity. Thanos, he literally beat the holy dog shit out of the Hulk. The point wasn't to say, hey, we want to show that Thanos is strong. We knew Thanos was strong. You feel me? The dude had the Power Stone on his hand. Now, here's the one spoiler I am going to give y'all. The point of the Hulk not being in the movie wasn't to show that he was scared of Thanos. The point of the Hulk being in the movie, and if you're a true Hulk fan, the point of the Hulk not being in the movie was actually showing that there's finally been a break between the persona of Banner and the Hulk. The Hulk's not scared of Thanos. He's actually protesting the fact that Banner wants him to do something. Read the comics. Go back. Look at the breakdown of their characters, their personalities. From regular Hulk to Banner Hulk to Mr. Fix-It to World Breaker. The one thing that ran through that line with them is the Hulk doesn't really like Banner. He thinks Banner's a puny wimp. Banner doesn't like the Hulk because the Hulk is everything that he despises about himself, his pent-up anger and rage from the abuse he suffered from his father. So, just to point that out, if you felt like The Avengers wasn't a good movie, just say that. But if you said it's not a good movie because there wasn't enough Hulk in it, you lost your mind. If you said the one thing that everybody takes from an Avenger movie is whenever they put the Hulk in there, you lost your mind. I'll give you a perfect example. Avengers 1. Everybody remembers when the Hulk grabbed Loki by the ankle, slammed him all around and said, puny God. Yes, we all remember that. Hilarious scene. One of my favorite scenes in the movie. But the biggest takeaway from the first Avengers movie for me, the scene that really caught me, was when Iron Man sacrificed his own life to fly a nuclear missile into outer space with no way back. That was my biggest scene taken away from there. And then when he woke up, he said, does anybody want some shawarma? That was a huge scene for me. Huge. Huge. Let's say Age of Ultron, where he pointed out that the one thing, I'm blurring out there, the one thing that that you remember is the Hulkbuster fight with the Hulk. Oh man, that scene stole the show. It was a great scene. That's it. That's all you remember from there. You know what I remember from that movie more than any other scene? Couple things actually. But the one thing I remember is when the Vision fucking came down from the skies and laid waste to all these Ultrons. Laid waste to them. And I was like, wow, the Vision is fucking powerful. Holy shit. Let me think of another one of the movies that Hulk was in that I took a huge takeaway. Oh, I know, Thor Ragnarok. Oh yeah, the Hulk stole the show in Thor Ragnarok. Sure he did. No, he didn't. You know what stole the show for me? When Thor actually got in touch with his full powers. And he comes down on the Bifrost. They're playing that awesome music. And Thor is literally running across the bridge, shooting electricity everywhere. He's fucking flying through the air, doing spiral dives. Look like something out of a fucking video game. My friend Eugene, me, Anthony too, we all love Street Fighter. He looked like fucking Sagat Not Cigar. He looked like M. Bison doing a Psycho Crusher. That was the scene that stole the show for me in Thor Ragnarok. That was the scene. So, that being said, I love the Hulk. Don't get me wrong. I love all these Avengers movies. Don't get me wrong. But if you're going to go on a rant, say it's your personal opinion. Say, I personally didn't like this movie because it didn't have enough Hulk in it for me. Don't say, I'm not saying it's about the Hulk when all you ranted about was about the Hulk not being in the movie enough. I took the scene when the Hulk screamed at Banner inside the Hulkbuster armor with the big old head and said, no! I knew right away what it was. I said, see, Banner and the Hulk's personalities are now in the fight. What's going to happen? Here's my prediction. I like to give predictions on the next movie. So in the 4th Avengers movie, Hulk and Banner's little scenario is going to play out. They're going to beef, and then Banner's going to play on Hulk's ego, and the Hulk's going to come out and have this epic save the day moment. And Anthony Lewis is going to do another rant and say, hey, you know what? Avengers 4, I'm going to call it Infinity War 2. Avengers 4 was the greatest movie out of all the Avengers. Did you see it in the Hulk came back finally and had this huge epic scene? Oh my God, made the whole movie. Oh, fuck the fact that Captain Marvel's going to be in it. Oh, fuck the fact that, you know, Captain America's in it and Iron Man's in it. Fuck, matter of fact, spoiler alert, fucking Iron Man went toe to toe with Thanos to the point where his fucking bleeding edge armor was falling apart and he was moving parts of it from one body part to another so he could keep fighting Thanos. Thanos literally slapped the shit out of him so hard he knocked his helmet off. And before he could punch him in the face, he moved the armor from his leg to his head to make another helmet. And then at the end, when his armor was almost gone, Tony Stark, a regular human with no gamma powers, went hand in hand with Thanos and did a better job than the Hulk. And Thanos had all but 2 Infinity Stones at this point. And Tony Stark stood there and with his last bit of armor left, tried to punch Thanos. Thanos caught his hand. Stark fucking slid the armor from his leg up to his other hand, made a fucking sword, tried to stab Thanos. Thanos caught the shit, broke it off, and stabbed him to his gut. Did Stark scream like a bitch and died? No. He backed up with Thanos holding him, sat down, holding the knife. And Thanos had to lean over him and say, you've earned my respect. After I'm done, half of humanity will be left. Those that are left, I hope they remember you. That was the best scene in the fucking movie. I'm not going to tell you the other best scene because, again, I don't want to do too many spoilers. That was the best scene. So, shout out to my brother, All Purpose Champ. I love you, dog. I done known you for like 30 years. Little kids. Drinking your grandfather's Halo Form juice. I love you, dog. But come on, man. Come on. Stop misleading these people and telling them that the Avengers Infinity War was no good because the Hulk only had one scene. And I mean, I keep it 100. He did get the dog shit beat out of him, but it was a damn good, quick scene. Like a 2-minute fight scene. The Hulk gave him all he had. He wasn't ready. Like Kevin Hart says, no, he wasn't ready. The Hulk wasn't ready. But come on, man, don't mislead these people. Don't do it.
And you know what, man? Before we clicked on his video, right? We both knew what he was going to cry about.
We knew that. We said that. Before we turned the video on, what did I say? He's going to cry that the Hulk got beat up and wasn't in the movie enough. What did he cry about for the whole video? That the Hulk got beat up and wasn't in the movie enough. And he said, this movie is bull. And he deleted it because he don't cuss. I respect that. I do. But come on, man. This movie was phenomenal. So good I seen it for a second time.
And I'm going to see it for a second time.
You know what I mean?
Probably this week.
I'll probably see it one more time before it leaves the theater. The only movie I did that to out of this franchise was the Black Panther. Awesome movie. But don't let this dude mislead y'all. If you haven't seen it, go see it for yourself. The one thing I will tell you that a lot of people have made this mistake. The Marvel Universe is a completely integrated storyline. you have to see all the movies. And you have to look for all the little stuff that after the movie scenes and pay attention to any reference they even make to an Infinity Stone, even if it's just somebody that says his name. Because in this movie, they literally referenced everything from almost every other movie. Every other movie. Proof taken, Captain America First Avenger, before they even talked about the Infinity Stones. There's something that's going to be in this movie that's going to take you all the way back to that movie. So if you haven't seen it, make sure you watch Captain America First Avenger.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. That's my rant, my counter rant, I guess. He's going to be mad. I love him. We're going to argue probably, which we do, and it's a good time. But, nah, man, that movie was awesome. That movie was awesome, but you got to see it for yourself, and you got to take it for what it is. It's an integrated story. Don't base it off of one character not being in it or being in it. Don't be like, oh, my favorite character wasn't in it, so the movie sucked. Hell, something happened to one of my favorite characters. I ain't gonna tell you. I was pretty upset. Dropped a tear. Little bit, not a lot. Was a little girl crying when she left the movie theater. Felt bad, then I laughed at her. But that's it, man. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Go see Avengers for yourself. And now his mama knows. Peace. Oh, here, I've always wanted to do this. Yeah.